Hey Scrubs, it's Retro, and this is going to be it's the first episode in the new series, but this is technically a episode 0. It's just going to be me setting up the two presets for our characters, Nate and Nora, and then talking a little bit about what the playthrough is going to be about and some of the mods that I'm using. I'm not going to tell you all the mods because I want some of them to be a surprise, and if you see the list straight away, it'll give away some of the things that are going to happen. Now, what I will do is give you a brief outline of my goals for this Let's Play. This playthrough, my main focus, my roleplay, and then a bit more information. Okay, so firstly, this is going to be a male Minutemen Nate playthrough for Sim Settlements Conqueror. Now, for those of you that don't know, Conqueror basically means that there's a system in play in which your settlements can be attacked, and you can then attack other settlements to liberate them if you are the goodies, or basically enslave and capture them if you're the baddies. The Minutemen for this playthrough are the goodies. We're going to go around liberating the Commonwealth. However, I'm not going to pre-build any. So you can basically set up some Settlements Conqueror to pre-build every settlement in the game, and then you can go out there and fight them all. Not doing that. So what's going to happen is essentially when we start creating outposts, other factions will then start attacking us. So Institute, Raiders, I think we've got a Super Mutant faction. We've got Triggermen, just normal Wastelanders, Vaulters. Some of them will be allies, like the Vaulters and the Wastelanders will probably be allied to us. And some will be hostile, such as the Super Mutant Synths and the... Oh, do you know what? There's even a really cool one, which is a Feral Ghoul pack, which adds Feral Ghoul faction that will interact with that, which is really cool. And what happens is they will clear out a settlement and then basically plant all this garbage and gunk and shit. It's just piles of shit, essentially. And they'll just spawn from there and attack other settlements. It's really, really cool. So that's what this playthrough is going to be about. It's Minutemen Nate. However, I want to make it slightly interesting. So it's going to be, we are the Minutemen / you will join us because you need to be protected. It's not really the soft Minutemen option. So it's going to be a bit of fun as well, role-playing that. Lots of weapon mods. Right, before I talk anymore, let me just do some quick editing here of this handsome bastard. Okay, so this is the Nate that I want leading. Get off his eyebrows, please. I want leading the Minutemen in this playthrough. So you can see he's got a nice big scar. This is from when he was at war. He's got a tattoo of N for Nora on his face. He has a tattoo that he got when he was much younger, and it basically says Deathbringer. And he had that when he was very young, when he first joined up to the military. And it's faded with time, and he hasn't had it redone because now he's a bit more concerned with protecting and saving life. That's his sort of philosophical outlook. However, he's going to get dragged back into that way of life by... Let me just see, do I want to break his nose? No, we'll leave his nose as is. By the whole Fallout situation. Now, Nora. So, the situation with Nora will be revealed as we play through. I love how much he's grinning. And people that are watching this episode 0 and wondering where we are, this is not the Start Me Up alternate start. This is Synthetic Player, which lets you configure your stuff at the Institute and then you teleport into the Wasteland. Now, we've got all the presets from... Oh, God, what's it called? Picturex... Picture... Oh, Jesus. Something's telling me that... Oh, I said that works, but poor old Alice... No, Alice is fine. Who's that? Abby shits the bed. She... Okay, we're not going to be Abby then, it looks like. Okay, here we are. We're still in the editing phase. Picked a preset for Nora. Now I got to put some tats on her. Which we also can't see, so... Shit, what was it? Okay, there is Nora. She's edited and ready to go. Let's swap back over to Nate. Actually, let's quickly save this. The reason we do that is in case it crashes on the load for the overworld, and I'm boned. Okay, so now what's going to happen is some of the big mods here are better locational damage. So a really big focus of this playthrough is how hard enemies hit, how hard you hit. Everything is lethal. If it's ballistic, it's going to kill. We also have, on top of that, we also have crime and punishment. So enemies might choose to surrender if they think that they're losing or they haven't really got a good chance. On top of that, we've also got... and it adds a karma system on top, and you can take prisoners and hang them if you're a scoundrel. Unless they're scoundrels, and then it's fair game. We've also got pack attack, so NPCs will react a bit more with a bit more smart than vanilla. They won't just run at you. They will try and coordinate attacks. So, for example, if a Deathclaw pops up, say, at the end of the street in Concord, and there are a group of raiders, if there's a leader raider amongst the pack, they may designate the Deathclaw for the other raiders to fire at and focus it down. It allows feral ghouls to have hive awareness, which means that if you're in an area and one feral ghoul spots you, they're going to fucking dogpile you. This video is going to get demonetized, isn't it? Don't worry about that. That's fine. What else? So yeah, on top of that, the cornerstone of this playthrough is the Sim Settlements and Sim Settlements Conqueror packs. What that means is anyone who's balls deep into modding with Fallout 4 is probably shaking their heads already. There are a lot of script mods at play at once here, as well as a really beautiful EMB. I'm using Film Workshop and Desperados Overhaul. You'll see all that in game, and I will explain that again as we go, because not everyone's going to watch the Zero episode. Why would you? Jesus. Okay, I'll show you some of the settings and the options in a sec. Now, so registration form. This is Nate. Nate is going to have his specials for starting are going to be perception. Don't really need them. So we're using like reduced compass, things that, like the compass doesn't throw up enemy markers on it, so we don't really need that, honestly. VATS accuracy is kind of negligible. Carry weight's going to be important, as is health. It's going to be massively important. Charisma, meh. Intelligence is always nice. Agility, so action points are going to be key here, I think. Luck is sadly a bit of a dump stat, but we'll put another point into it. And, oh, another thing I've worked out is, I don't know, maybe this is just my sneaky beaky spooky superstitions, but I set this all up and I went away for the weekend, and when I came back it just constantly crashed when I exited that menu. However, if I paused it, I started to learn that the scripts would catch up, ask me their questions, and then I could close them quickly, and then the game loads in and I am not stuck in an infinite loading screen. So you don't need to see all this. In the future, we might actually do an infiltrator Corsa playthrough, because you can actually, I've been testing this mod list out for a while, but I've been testing this mod out for about 10 hours, and you can start allied to the Institute, and basically you're a Gen 3 synth with alliances with the Institute, so you can summon courses and things like that. That's all very cool. If there's a firefight and the Institute gets stuck in, they'll be on your side. It's very fucking groovy. But you can also choose to toggle all that. So we're going to spawn in the cryo, just because you'll see in episode 1, that's how it's going to start. Gen 3 synth, off. You'll not have Institute access until you build a relay, okay? Start with basic equipment. We're going to turn that off. No, we'll leave it on, because I hate using that bloody baton. And we are going to be level 1. Yep, that's fine. We're going to start from the cryo vault, the cryo chamber in the vault. Now, there are, I think it's 512 active mods, plus an EMB, so this may get a bit fucky. We'll see. Ask me in the comments as we go through episode 1. I will help people with what mods they see. Don't really want to put out a full list yet, because it will give away some of the things that might happen later on in the story. Yeah, this has been episode 0, and do you know what I need to do before we do anything, is I need to show you some of my options, don't I? What a fucking idiot. So, odd config. Here we go. Right, advanced needs. Now, I'm going to start with this on bodily functions. I don't really want to have to pee anywhere, honestly. So we're going to keep bathroom needs off for now. That may toggle. I want enemies to have bathroom needs. However, I want to turn nudity off. I accidentally caught a raider female with her fanny out taking a piss in Concord the other day, when I was trying to record for like a beta run, see what it looks like. That was funny as hell. Health, radiation poisoning. Now we're going to turn this off because we've got another mod that handles our radiation. Yeah, this is all fine. Okay. Now, fire mode. Right, so better locational damage. Here we go. We are going to want the holotape. Right, so it's just things like helmets protect you from headshots unless it's I think it's a 50 caliber weapon, or obviously this is a ballistic system, but things like Deathclaw attacks, go through it. They bypass it, so it doesn't really matter. You get put in a dumpster by Deathclaw anyway. What this mod also does is it generalizes each actor's or each NPC's health based on a pool of that race. So I've just fucked that up. So what that means is all humans will have the same amount of health, which can go up or down, I think, like by 5 points per each point of endurance. So it's not a lot. Even if you had 10 endurance, you'd still only have 150 health. So everywhere, and then as you level up, usually in normal Fallout, you get like 10 points or 5 points of health per level. That's off. All the super mutants always have the same amount of health. However, they're a lot tougher than we are. I have spawning mods, I'll show you that in a sec. But helmet protection, incoming limb damage, bandages heal, bleedings. Stronger bleedings are also enabled. They may get turned off because I've had some pretty hairy encounters where I've essentially been mobbed by a bunch of rad scorpions. You might see something similar in a sec with the rad roaches because I've got the spawns mod on. I've been killed quite a few times by the rad roaches. Bandages recipe, yeah, you can craft them at the station. Staggers, brutality lets laser, well, it's shotguns and then laser plus weapons. So plasma also does this. Shoot limbs off, not a free for all. That'll mean every weapon shoots limbs off. Shotguns knock back, but I'm going to put this on to about 33%. So 1 in 3 shotgun blasts should knock someone back. Stab and break, that's excellent. You can basically break people's necks if you can sneak up on them. Okay, excellent. The widget, yeah, we'll sort that out with the holotape. Now, yeah, this is all fine. I've set up my HUD separately in a different session. Start workshop mode, we're going to bind it to this. That's absolutely fine. Crime and punishment, here we go. Some juicy stuff happening. Karma system enabled. This is going to be Minutemen. Yep. Combat system. We don't want surrendering, but enemies can surrender. Now I'm going to put the threshold up to 6. We're at 0.6, which means when they get down to 60 health, or, well, 60% health or below, they have a check that runs to see if they'll surrender. So that sounds like a lot, but they don't often do it. We're going to drop this down to 35, and there is a distance check as well. So if you shoot someone from, I don't know, like 100 feet, they're not going to surrender. We're not going to have bosses surrendering. Strength in numbers. So if there are more than, say, 5 enemies, nah, do you know what? I like the idea that we're having a firefight and some guy's just getting absolutely caved in. So if I punch someone with power armor and he survives, maybe he just says, do you know what? Fuck it, I've had enough. I'm done. Okay. Yeah, we've had some interesting stuff happen where if they're not immortal, they'll surrender to me in Concord and then just get dogpiled by ghouls. You're going to see some fun stuff, I think. I think people will like it. People might be like, this is fucking stupid. We'll see. We'll fucking see. High heels, yep. So game configuration menu. Okay, quality of life stuff now. Skills. Hacking to 1 for minimum words and maximum words. It just means that if you've got the skill level to hack the computer, you don't need to spend fucking 10 minutes doing that minigame. It's alright the first 1,000 times, but after that you just get fucking bored of it. Right, experience. You can tell how angry that made me. This goes down to half. The reason for that is that there are lots of enemies. In most cases, it's twice as many enemies. On top of that, I've given quests twice the XP. So we're dropping the normal experience down to half, which is fine. Right. Yeah, more enemies. If anyone wants to see what my spawns are, then, well, each specific spawn, we can do that at some point. But it's essentially everyone has 1 extra spawn, so it's twice as many spawns across the board. And then there's a variation of up to 2 extra. So from 1 enemy, 3 extras could potentially be spawned, which it allows for a bit of wiggle room. You might get to Concord, and then there are 6 enemies. So the 3 plus another 3. Or you might get to Concord, and there are the base 3 plus 3 for every... Fuck, I can't do that math. What, like 10, 12? Shit, that's embarrassing. That's mostly the same, except for feral ghouls have a minimum of 2. So for each 1 ghoul, there'll be 3. And then on top of that, there's up to 4 random spawns. This is going to get fucking crazy. But people will... Yeah, I hope people like this. I spent maybe like just too long. People on my Discord know. Maybe 15 hours flip-flopping between Fallout New Vegas ghouls and I think it's called Just More Ghoul Mod. Along with decay. I've been mixing and matching, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, I just gotta stop now. Pack attack settings here. Okay, so enable tactical NPC reactions to death clause. Yep. I'm going to put the command on for now, just so people can see it happening. Children, yes, because I've got raided children. Okay, excellent. Combat profiles, everyone gets it. Bark controls, we're going to turn off enemy bark and turn it on for scenes, which means that they won't do things during scripted scenes. Workshop, limit Molotov use, yep. Aim stability, now this buffs aim. We're going to drop this to like 0.5. It's not 50% chance to hit, it's 50% of what their initial aim value is. So it just means that raiders will be a lot worse with aiming, and companions will be fine, don't worry about that. But basically, because there are so many enemies, I've swapped out pipe weapons for the Tech 9. They'll just hurl bullets your way, and if they've got good accuracy, or if they're able to hit a barn door with a shovel, you're fucked. Abilities, focus fire, yeah, ambush. We'll tweak some of this later because I want to have bigger reinforcements. Turn this off. We'll leave it on for now. I want to turn the reinforcements up to 5 because then if you've got extra spawns and bigger reinforcements, it can get really crazy. Hive awareness for ghouls, we're going to double it. Super mutants can regenerate, yep. Spawns, suicide. So we haven't got spawns from pack attack, but we have it from more enemies. So pack attack essentially comes with its own extra spawns. We're not going to use that. Explode on death for synths. Now, I put this up to 100 just to see what it would be like, and then I used the console spawner to put in, I think it was like 10 synths, and I shot one, and he just fucking went off like a grenade, and they all just started bombing, which sounds funny, but the reality is, if that happens in game, it's just going to really start buggering things up, especially with the extra spawns. So we're going to put this down to, I mean, even 10%, so 1 in 10, yeah, 1 in 10 synths is going to explode. That sounds okay for now. Raiding parties, yeah, so extra spawns, these should be off. Excellent. Okay, photo mode. Yes, baby. There we go. Oh, pit pad. You're seeing some of the mods we're using here. Sim settlements, Conqueror, bullet times, always X. Thank you very much. Taking a equip, utility belt. Here we go, zombie. Hello? Yeah, I do want that, but then, yeah, sorry, I am just going to craft that out the gate. People might not like that, but, right, here we go. Feral Ghoul, experience is going to be up to 100, as they are going to have, oh, never mind, Jesus Christ. Let's go half experience. So, we've already got half experience anyway, so it's essentially 25% of the normal value for killing a ghoul. No headshots only, because the AI just doesn't seem to know what to do with this, and they will just keep shooting the torso until they get mobbed. They have got full health, and they do twice as much damage. Speed, I like to put up to... I saw Dak doing it. If you haven't seen Degenerate Dak's Fallout channel, I think he said 99 to his 1, and I thought that speed looked really great. I'm going to put the perception up by 2 as well. Finishing moves are disabled. Horde size, I'm going to put this up to 20. I hope this... They're not going to eat anything to the ghouls. I hope this isn't before the spawns, otherwise we're going to have some fucking trouble. No infections. Area spawn limit. Now this is the tasty one, I think. Let's put this at 25 for now, and we'll see how we get on. Settlement attack hourly chance is 5% with 20. Now with the extra spawns, that's a minimum of 60. We're just going to drop, fucking hell, we're going to drop that down to 10, I think, and see what happens. Hourly chance. I don't want to be interrupted by sleep. I've slept indoors using campsite rolls, and I've literally spawned underground in, I can't remember the satellite, northeast satellite by 10 Pines Bluff, and I've spawned and there's been like 30 ghouls, and they just insta-down you. Extra spawns. Now this is going to go up to 5%. These values seem very low, but when we get in there, you'll see why. Or if you've ever tried to play this yourself and you've cranked it all up going, oh yeah, this is going to be great, you will get, your computer will just catch fire. Forget about New World. Oh, sick burn. Workshop framework. Okay, charisma doesn't mean shit. Settlements aren't going anywhere. Now robots, happiness 100. Okay, where is... Okay. Yep, that's fine. Workshop Plus. This mod is amazing. Autosave every 7 minutes in Workshop. Otherwise, I will just fuck around and lose lots of progress. Free build, I use this for when I'm in, well, when I'm testing, I'll free build things. But I'm happy with the building mods that I've got now, so this is fine. We'll leave that off. Freeze time, I don't really... If I put this on, is this going to affect my hunger and things? So yeah, we'll put that on for now and we'll see what happens. It doesn't freeze it, actually. It reduces the time like 3,000th of a tick like VATs do. Sorry. In English, Jesus. Hotkeys. I don't know why these don't save. If anyone knows why these aren't saving, please let me know. Clone. There. Is it, okay. 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 Yeah, if anyone knows why Workshop Plus isn't saving my hotkeys, please let me know. Okay. Workshop rearranged. Yep, some people will know what that is. The Plasma Caster, you and what army? Oh my god, yeah. These add awesome patrols to the Commonwealth for your settlement, but they're off. I think they're off at the start. No, so, okay. So, patrollers, basically it's Minutemen for me, because it's a Minutemen playthrough. However, I've left these open in case the Brotherhood or Railroad get involved in our campaign. They might. The patrollers are mortal, so they can die, but then they'll respawn after a couple of days. They can have iBot radios. Let me just show you. Where is it? It'll be northwest. So, 3 Minutemen patrols. I'm not sure if these guys will get cloned by more enemies. That would be really interesting. They don't have robots in the northwest. I'm gonna tick this down to probably 1 for now. Well, we'll put up to 2. Heavy. Patrol density is how far the settlements in this region are willing to send patrols. None means the settlements will not send patrols. Light means about 1/4 of the width of the map. Medium means 1/3 of the width. Heavy means half, and overwhelming means the patrols will be sent to every available settlement. In cases where 2 settlements from different regions interact, the higher distance will... the higher distance will be used. I like the idea of this. I think that because we're going to be interacting with gunfire, this is nice. And then you can see down here the minimum productivity before they can have a patrol for it. So that's a mix of food, water, and safety. So none, we're going to leave it off none. Village requires 10. So by the time we've put down the defenses, food, and water in Sanctuary, we should hit 10 anyway. It just means that if you have an outpost like Red Rocket, it won't have anything. But I mean, we could put up to 40, 80, or even 200. However, the amount of enemies and extra spawns, we're going to need some extra bodies, I think. Leave it at, yeah, productivity village. Does it change? No, so it stays as village. Okay, excellent. Right, now I need to save this very quickly before the game crashes, potentially. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Guys, I will see you in episode 1. If you've watched me ramble and check out my mods in the mod config, then thank you very much. Enjoy episode 1, enjoy the series, and yeah. Thanks for watching this weird rambling, I suppose. Jesus Christ. Peace.